Hey guys, welcome back to Board Watch.
Hey.
Hey, what's going
Brian.
on?
Oh yeah, I'm Brian.
Jessica.
And I'm Brian. I'm Joey.
So yeah, we already had a nice long discussion on episode 5. For the sake of time, we'll just get right into episode 6. So.
Yeah.
You were the brother I chose.
Aww.
There it is. So happy the writers did that. Thank you guys. I needed them to make that
We'll
up.
talk when I return from the hunt. Targaryen girl.
7 hells. Don't start with her again. The girl will die, and I'll hear no more of it. Put on the badge, and if you ever take it off again, I swear to the mother I'll pin the damn thing on Jaime Lannister.
No death threats, just being like, oh, I'm gonna pin it on Jaime.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can't have that.
He's like, alright, well, that's not good.
Khaleesi? Khaleesi! You're hurt.
Think what Mance would give us.
Piss on Mance Raider and piss on the north. We're going as far south as south goes. There ain't no White Walkers down in Dawn.
Rob!
Shut up. Drop the blade.
No, don't!
Do it.
Are you all right?
Yes, it doesn't hurt.
I can't feel my
Tough
hands.
little lad. In the Iron Islands, you're not a man until you've killed your first enemy. Well done.
Have you lost your mind? What have you missed?
He would have killed you and cut Bran's throat.
You don't have the right
To what? To save your brother's life? It was the only thing to do, so I did it.
I don't want to practice today.
No.
They killed Joel. My father was hurt. I don't care about stupid wooden swords.
You are trouble.
Yes.
Good. Trouble is the perfect time for training. When you are dancing in the meadow with your dogs and kittens. This is not when fighting happens.
I don't like dolls and...
You're not here. You're with your trouble. If you're with your trouble when fighting happens, more trouble for you.
Tell me what she's saying.
The prince is riding. I have heard the thunder of his hooves. Swift as the wind he rides. His enemies will cower before him. And their wives will weep tears of blood. She's going to have a boy.
He won't be a real Targaryen. He won't be a true dragon.
You can go. You can't have the eggs.
You swore an oath to me. Does loyalty mean nothing to you?
It means everything to me.
And yet here you stand.
And yet here I stand.
When I was 7, I saw a servant girl bathing in the river. I stole her robe. She was forced to return to the castle, naked and in tears. If I close my eyes, I can still see her tits bouncing.
I love to.
When I was 10, I stuffed my uncle's boots with goat shit. When confronted with my crime, I blamed the squire. The poor boy was flogged, and I escaped justice when I was 12. Milked my eel into a pot of turtle stew. I flogged the one-eyed snake. Skinned my sausage. I made the bald men cry. Into the turtle stew, which I do believe my sister ate, at least I hope she did. I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel.
Jackass and a honeycomb.
What do you think you're doing? The trial will be today.
Do I have a volunteer?
I think we can assume that no one is willing to...
I'll stand for the dwarf. I charge you to bring the king's justice to the false knight Gregor Clegane and all those who shared in his crimes. I denounce him and attaint him. I strip him of all ranks and titles, of all lands and holdings, and sentence him to death.
My lord, this is a drastic action. It would be better to wait for King Robert's return.
Grand Maester Pycelle,
my lord.
Send a raven to Casterly Rock. Inform Tywin Lannister that he has been summoned to court to answer for the crimes of his bannermen. He will arrive within the fortnight or be branded an enemy of the crown and a traitor to the realm.
Making some moves up top. I'm loving it. Shaking things up. It's crazy. I don't like this game. It scares me.
Him and his mother are crazy.
Stand and fight, coward! Enough, Savardis! Finish him!
The little boy saw someone fly.
Yeah.
He's still excited.
Loves death.
He does.
Is it over?
You don't fight with honor.
No. He did.
He did.
Lannister always pays his debts.
I want you back in Winterfell for your own safety.
Can we take Syria back with us?
Who cares about your stupid dancing teacher? I can't go. I'm supposed to marry Prince Joffrey. I love him, and I'm meant to be his queen and have his babies.
7 hells.
When you're older, I'll make you a match with someone who's worthy of you. Someone who's brave and gentle and strong.
I don't want someone brave and gentle and strong. I want him. He'll be the greatest king that ever was, a golden lion, and I'll give him sons with beautiful blonde hair.
The lion's not a sigil, idiot. He's a stag like his father.
He is not. He's nothing like that old drunk king.
Lord Oris Baratheon, Black of Hair. Axel Baratheon, Black of Hair. Lionel Baratheon, Black of Hair.
Oh my god, Joffrey's, Jaime's, and
Stefan Baratheon,
Cersei's son. Oh my god! Oh my god! If that's what that's happening, oh my god! Oh, it makes so much sense why I hate this kid. Oh.
Golden head.
That was Joffrey Target.
Joffrey Baratheon.
Yeah.
Gold, like black hair, black hair, black hair, black hair,
blonde hair,
golden hair.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, and that's what the seed is strong is because it says, ah, everything makes sense now. God, I love this show.
No, you know.
Oh, okay, I see where you guys are going.
He says yes. You shall have a golden crown that men shall tremble to behold.
That was all I wanted. What was promised?
Kurumai. No! No! You cannot touch me! I am the dragon! I am a dragon! I won my crown!
Yeah, please. Oh, they're gonna pour gold all over his head.
Awake, Khaleesi.
No.
Danny, tell them. Make them! Make them! No, you can't. Danny, please!
A crown for king.
Oh my gosh, yes, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
He was no dragon. Fire cannot kill a dragon.
She can't be killed. Fire. Oh, what a good episode. Good episode.
Yeah, I wanted you to catch that
God,
last one.
that's such a little
hold on
piece of shit.
Fire can't kill a dragon.
So, as I was telling you to like not look
Tyrion
at
knows.
As I was telling you to not look at the names of the episodes as we were kind of scrolling through on the Blu-ray because that episode was called The Golden Crown, and it actually has two meanings for this episode.
The golden crown of that, and then what's the other meaning?
Joffrey's hair.
Oh, you're right, the golden crown. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh my gosh, though. Oh, that makes so much sense on everything, why that would be the case. And it slowly fell into puzzle pieces for me, and I think Tyrion may know, and that only furthers the
may know who
Joffrey's true parents are.
Okay.
And I feel like that keeps him safe. Because also I feel like he's pissed off his sister and brother and don't really have a stake in it. He doesn't really have power, but that his knowledge is his power.
His brother bought him all those whores in episode 1.
Yeah, that's true. He does have a good relationship. That's true. I didn't think about that. Just to speed things up. But then maybe that's why. But yeah, no, but oh my gosh. And then that makes sense, at least possibly, about why the seed is strong. And I'm not, something has to do with, yeah, I don't know if, because he's a bunch of bastard children, so it may be
you remember what Gendry looked like, and then Baelish brought Ned to the whorehouse to show the other bastard child, and like, oh, he's gonna have black hair.
Yeah, all of us get that black hair, yeah.
Robert, yeah.
Yeah, and Joffrey does not.
And if you remember Cersei's story about the child they lost had black hair.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, so this is really not his child, and so, Yeah, that's going to be the downfall of Robert, possibly too. I don't like how much Sansa is still on Joffrey's side, even though she did.
But he was being sweet to her.
Yeah,
He
right.
got her a
Being
necklace.
nice. So yeah, Ned. Sansa's.
And actually, you said in the last episode that if there was one character that you didn't like right now that you might grow to like, it might be Joffrey. So
It might be Joffrey, but Joffrey's still really impressionable. And now that he's going to find out eventually, I feel like that Robert is not his dad at all, and Jaime's his dad. I feel like there's going to be a Lannister takeover, maybe eventually, or attempt, and Sansa's going to betray him. And I think maybe
problem is though that if he is found to be a bastard child of Jaime and Cersei, he doesn't have a claim to the throne.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But technically, he wouldn't have claim to Robert's throne. But if there was a rebellion, technically he could take it through that. But I mean, then that.
Then the next in line, if Joffrey was illegitimate.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Stannis,
Two, that's right.
the middle brother, So.
Renly.
But yeah, no, I mean that is insane
Stannis
though.
Renly.
That's probably the case. I'm curious. I don't think Robert. I wonder if Robert even has any inclination to that at all. There's no connection between Robert. I don't think I've seen one conversation between Robert and Joffrey.
Oh, okay.
In this entire force.
Well, and in episode
I think he's
3,
clueless.
Joffrey even said, "I'm nothing like my father." When Cersei was trying to like spin the story, being like, "Oh, you killed the direwolf," like you're going to be a great warrior. He's like, "I'm nothing like my father."
Yeah, they have a really bad relationship already, and I feel like he doesn't even love Cersei, which is only furthering pushing the fact that he doesn't want anything to do with Cersei or Joffrey. But what are the questions? I'm curious to see.
Yeah, so again, same person, movie lover fan 18 has 2 questions. So this kind of goes back to when Eddard was in the throne room.
Okay.
Eddard Stark has ordered Tywin Lannister, Cersei Jaime,
To come, yeah. Thank God.
dad, to come to King's Landing to answer for the crimes of his bannerman, Sir Gregor Clegane, the Mountain.
The Mountain.
Will Robert support this action as he ordered Ned to make peace with the Lannisters earlier in the episode?
No.
No.
Obviously not. I think, and also he didn't want to punish the Mountain before for his insubordination, so there's a reason why Mountain gets to get away with some things. And I don't know if that is another foreshadowing that they're doing, but the Mountain is technically, even though the Hound stopped the Mountain's still technically the bigger, badder version of the Hound, and the Hound's loyal to Robert, and it seems like apparently the Mountain's loyal to Tywin. And so I don't know if they're trying to foreshadow.
Do you remember what the Mountain was doing?
When?
Why they want to kill? Why?
Yeah, because he went and slaughtered an entire river village or something like that.
They were heading towards the Vale to get Tyrion.
Right, and so I feel like so that's going to happen, and then I feel like they're going to lead into Tywin being the bigger, badder version of Robert, kind of, and the true person in charge, kind of. And I feel like that whole, well then why is Robert king then, is going to get brought into conversation, or getting brought into everything. But yeah, I don't think he's going to support it whatsoever, nor be okay with it.
And the second question, same person. Eddard tells Sansa that he is sending her home to Winterfell and breaking her engagement to Joffrey. Sansa believes that she is in love. Will she accept this, and will Joffrey accept this?
No and no. Joffrey will be mad at Ned for it and push to have Ned either killed or whatever crazy things. Cersei doesn't even like Ned either, and has been continuing outwardly doesn't like him. Under the cover, probably trying to kill him and kill his family and stop his family because they're the only ones stopping her from killing Robert, probably. If she hasn't already tried to at this point. But I think Sansa will either run away or she will betray them. Eventually
betray the Starks.
Betray the Starks to overjudge. I mean, they're already showing how much more loyalty she has to Joffrey than she has to her own family. and the whole fight between Arya and her already. So no, I don't think. But at least it's Arya, saving grace. But
So,
no, I don't think Sansa will be okay with it.
Back in Winterfell, Bran finally was riding around on the horse.
Yes,
having a lot of fun. Theon and Robb are having a conversation, and then all of a sudden, just Bran disappears.
Yeah, and then gets attacked by some random forest bandits.
Wildlings, actually.
Wildlings.
They were mentioning that they had gotten south of the wall, and they were like, people were like, oh, we could bring them back north of the wall and get a lot of money. And they're like, screw that, we're getting away from the White Walkers. We're going to go far south as we can.
The Wildlings were the people that got slaughtered by the White Walkers.
Oh, and they're running
episode.
away, you're right,
Yeah.
and they're getting away from the north and from the snow. So yeah, I mean that's only further probably pushing the whole winter is coming, and the reason that they're trying to get as far away from the north as possible. But yeah, I don't know. Leon and Theon.
Theon and Robb.
Theon and Robb. Yeah, I mean they still have a really weird dynamic. And there's a lot of frustration still with that. I feel like Theon's still trying to come to his own, and Robb is like. I mean, even when he saved his brother's life, he still was like very critical of
the thing is, like, you saw when Theon was shooting the bow, he was getting like bullseye. But Robb's just like, but what if you had missed? But what if you had missed? Bran would be dead right now.
Yeah, I mean, and so, I think it's more of his upsetness and insecurity that he wasn't able to save Bran and that Theon did. And I feel like that might go into more of what. But I don't feel like, I don't know. They have a weird dynamic that I feel like isn't.
But he is still really loyal to Ned. Like Theon is just like
incredibly loyal to Ned, and so
maybe it has something to do with the fact that Robb's the oldest son and Theon is a ward and he's older than Robb. Maybe there's a rivalry there.
They are both the heirs to their because Theon is the oldest son of Greyjoy, and Robb is the oldest son, legitimate son of Stark.
He has 4 sons or 3 sons.
Who?
Stark?
Yeah.
No, he's got sons. He's got Bastard John, and then Robb, Brandon, Rickon.
And Rickon.
Yeah, nobody ever remembers Rickon.
Rickon, I have not seen in so long.
Yeah,
you saw him in one scene, I think.
You just like.
Because then I was like, wait, Theon is not Rickon, so that's why. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, okay.
Rickon's like a baby.
Right, so Syrio and Arya had another training session. I liked that. She didn't feel like training, but he's like, this is the perfect time to train.
Yeah, I like that because I mean it's the truth. I mean you're not always going to be in a situation.
You're fighting someone, you're going to be aggravated.
Yeah, you're not just going to be calm and in a good mood chasing cats and stuff. You're going to be frustrated and have stuff on your mind, and it's going to be in the most dire circumstances. He's a huge impact on our life, and I'm really happy that he's.
I want to kind of go back to the Golden Crown at the very end there. What significance do you think that Daenerys saying, a dragon cannot be killed by fire?
It's going to be something for the fact that she can't be burned. Okay. Apparently, she is some type of I don't even know, but she grabbed the smoldering metal and she went in the hot bath with the egg, and she's been in a hot bath without feeling any. Okay. And originally we thought that was just because she was so disgusted she didn't care how hot it was, but apparently she really just can't feel heat on some level. And I feel like she's coming to her own, that she can go through the fire and still come out strong. Cool. And I feel like
some
symbolism there that he would not be. She's realizing that he would not be a just king, a good king, and that she would do better with Count Draga. And so I think she's found her home with.
And I think the only other thing we need to really hit on is the trial by combat.
Well, that was awesome.
That was awesome. I'm going to say this right now. No offense to Catelyn Stark. I don't really like her. Like, she gets on my nerve. I mean, I understand where she's coming from with all this, but everything seems that she's doing is just like, no offense to moms out there, but just very frustrated. You just got to make a huge situation. It's not like you just, I don't know. She made the situation much, understandably, she had to take Tyrion somewhere. I mean, that's where she genuinely thought it killed.
She's jumping to conclusions.
Well, but Liza also is part of it, because, her sister, Liza, she's just crazy. She's just just lock him up and, forever until he... Just lock him up until he confesses. That was, Liza.
That was Liza. I just don't like that Catelyn Stark was, I don't know. I feel like she wasn't doing enough. I mean, she doesn't have any power in there. I feel like she wasn't doing enough to understand truly, especially even when he said stuff. But, I mean, this is dislike. It's not like I'm like don't like how.
I mean, you can understand where she's coming.
I'm understand where she's coming from, but it's just she's a frustrating character and is only further complicating Ned's life, if anything.
Yeah.
Even though that she
Ned got stabbed in the knee because of her capturing Tyrion.
Exactly, and so I feel like I mean, even though she was in the room when Ned had to leave, and she's just dealing with all this stuff, understandably, and then like her son was almost killed. And then still didn't wake up when Bran's mad because she was left. He woke up when she was left, when she was gone. So like, I get the difficult situation she's put in. I don't feel like she's handling it the best.
Okay.
And so, but I love Tyrion. Shouts out Tyrion all the time. I love that guy. So he's awesome. And I feel like he's coming into his own part and whatever he's going to, and he found a loyal ally. And so, I don't know his name though, but I don't think we got his name.
Oh, his name is Bronn. It's not a spoiler at all. His name is Bronn.
Okay.
So just that's another thing. You know how I was telling you in an earlier episode that people confuse Tully and Tarly. A lot of people confuse Bronn and Bran.
Bronn and Bran.
Yeah, Bran Stark and Bronn.
I don't think he is now.
So.
But now he is Bronn.
That's Bronn. Well, not B-R-A. It's like B-R-O-N-N. Just Bronn.
So now they have Bronn, and so that's a strong alliance.
Okay.
And so I like that. A little bit of brawn and brains. And I wonder if that was what they did on purpose.
Well, yeah, you noticed that Tyrion, he kind of already liked Tyrion because, well, he likes money at least. Because Tyrion went to the inn and they're like, oh, the inn is full. And he's just like, hey, money for anybody that gives me their room. And Bronn was the one that gave him his room.
I don't know if they do this in the book, but I feel like also, I don't feel like he just did it out of the kindness of his heart. I think he realized that Tyrion is a Lannister and like has money, and if he befriends him, he'll get more money out of this entire situation.
Probably.
And so even though he was more like, I'll be the dwarf, like, you know, I'll be for the dwarf, and it almost seemed like more of like a rallying hero call to like build the character as well. I'm not sure in the book, but I feel like also that wasn't his motivation. Like, even though right now he does have a loyalty to him, I don't feel like it was more like, I'll be the voice of justice here. It was more just like, I think in his own mind,
just looking out for himself.
Just looking out for himself and just happened to be in the right position. And
I also think
win.
But, I mean, it is still risky to fight, you know, like, because if he dies, he dies.
Well, I think part of him still likes Tyrion as a person, though.
No, that's true.
Tyrion was talking earlier, and he like laughed to himself and was like, "I like you.
I like you." I'm curious to see how all that's going to go, especially with Jaime fleeing now at this point. Jaime fled. Was that what they said? They fled the city.
Yeah, I think he was going back to Casterly Rock. Yeah.
And then so now with Tywin coming,
and another episode without Jon Snow.
Yeah, man, what's all this about? 5 and 6 are the best. Yeah, right. Jon Snow's are not either of them. Yeah, and so, but I feel like that's important that Jon Snow's not in these because it's probably going to lead up to whatever is possibly coming on the other side of that wall, and they're trying to make you slowly forget about that and deal with the get you in the middle of all this drama, and then it gets blown up.
All of this is a red herring right
just
now.
Distraction for whatever.
This is like politics.
The winter is coming. But I don't know. Maybe that's probably why they did Jon Snow. I don't know. But I miss Jon Snow, period. And only a little bit of Daenerys, but good for her for standing
amazing
up.
Daenerys scenes, though.
She's running shit, thank
God. She
God.
had a freaking heart.
Way to make the best of your situation. Life's gonna fuck you sometimes, and you just gotta fuck it right back and have a son and control an army. So, to all you girls out there going through stuff.
His mom watched the first episode.
Probably watching this. Hey, Mom, I'm sorry for all this. But when life fucks you fucking back and better and get topped by a whore, and then so good for Daenerys.
All right, I think that wraps it up. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. It's just been amazing how much you guys have embraced us. There's a guy in the comments that he has 17 different reaction channels just specifically for Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, he posted like the date that each one started. He's like, this one completed, this one completed. And he's like, you guys are added to the list. So,
hey, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
And we were up there with like, you know, Film Buff, Blind Wave. These don't mean anything to you, but I love these guys. Film Buff, Blind Wave, Merrick Productions, Jimmy Macram. There's tons of others. Hunter Boyle. I don't want to try and name them off because I'll leave someone out. And people are going from comment section to comment section, being like, "Hey, I recognize you from Merrick Productions comment section." So like even the
it's a community.
like,
this community.
And you're part of the community now. Man.
Yeah, I'm so happy. The summer child is welcome here. Yes, so happy.
Yes, still a summer child. Still a summer child. But yeah, it's just amazing how you guys have embraced us. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.